Morning from sunny Phuket. The boat's in the water. Right, today what I want to look at is the most important part, and that is so that you understand who you are, what you are, and what authority you have. Okay, so the statement of facts we'll be going through step by step. It's an affirmation that I made in front of a notary or whatever. And so my statement of fact is the best of my belief. So I, Mark Anton Paul Horn, hereinafter the affirmant, do solemnly affirm, declare and state as follows. 1. Affirmant is competent to state the matter set forth in the statements of fact 1 of 11 through 11 of 11 herein. 2. The affirmant has knowledge of the statement of facts 1:11 through 11:11 herein. 3. All facts herein are true, correct, complete, and admissible as evidence, and if called upon as a witness, affirmant will testify to their veracity. So, statement of facts 1 of 11, the macrocosm. Whereas 1, this is the preamble. It pains me deeply to see so much death, violence, injustice and ill-feeling resulting from so much inequality among humans and the destruction of our planet. And 2, which is directly the result of a lack of understanding of most humans on how the law works. And 3, I am a peace-loving man. And 4, I have thought long and hard before issuing this notice, which is a self-executing contract to all government agents as the humans. And 5, where they take personal liability for harm caused from the time they make the contract effective by their next unlawful action. And 6, due to the severe consequences it has on society if a lawful transition is not properly managed. And 7, I have considered the personal risks to me and my loved ones, none of which are involved in these actions, is high. And 8, I have faith in my fellow humans that they too will through reasoning reach the same conclusions that I have and act accordingly. And 9, history shows us those who have profited have done so from the law-abiding people. And 10, this profiteering is the result of a lack of understanding of what is lawful. And 11, no human has evidence that could be judged even by using a simple majority as the definition of proof, let alone beyond a shadow of a doubt, that their socially conditioned belief system, creator, is the highest authority on planet Earth. And notice, Genesis 1:26, King James Version 16:11, and God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Based on whereas 1, therefore these are the logical conclusions that I've derived. And this isn't to give so that you have a clear understanding of who I am, what I am. So it covers understanding the immutable truths, our sovereignty and authority. The only fact that can be established is that all creations have equal authority over other creations. No human has authority to take beyond what they need for survival, which is shelter from the environment, clean water and nutritious food, which is unreasoned and instinct, and are all provided by the Creator. Each human is equally the highest law on this planet, our home, and as equal sovereigns when we join together in any social groups. And 4, as all humans are equal sovereigns, there can only be 3 immutable truths. 1, no human has authority to knowingly cause another creation harm. 2, each human has equal claim to benefit derived from global resources used. 3, each human has equal claim to information and knowledge left by generations past. Statement of facts 2 of 11. Notice, King James Bible 1611, Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever so he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. What does this mean in English? By decree of the watchers. Morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. And as demanded by the holy ones, and that living creatures may know that the highest authority of humans they give to the one in most need. Therefore two, from whereas one, the derivation of the law applicable to all humans. Based upon the above immutable truths as established, the following laws applicable to all humans until the immutable truths are proven to be otherwise. 1. All humans may take what they need for survival, being adequate shelter from the elements, clean water, and nutritious food, from any other living human who has more than they need. 2. Any human knowingly causing another harm, including witnessing another human knowingly causing harm, and not acting without putting their life in danger, being itself knowingly causing harm, must make good all harm caused to the satisfaction of those harmed. And 3. Money, or currency, or whatever people choose to call it, is only an instrument that humans use to trade their labor and their ideas, as we are all equal shareholders in global resources. Whereas 2 of therefore, authority to judge, trying settling disputes privately. No human is perfect, and we all make mistakes without ill intent based upon our knowledge at that time. And 2, every human has a lawful duty to any social group they are part of to ensure they have satisfied themselves that harm caused to them by another was done with intent. And 3, this can only be done by establishing the truth. And 4, the highest law for peaceful coexistence is to knowingly do no harm. And 5, to knowingly withhold the truth carries the maximum penalty that can be applied, which is to leave them with their needs of survival. And 6, as every human is a sovereign, being equally the highest law, we can only judge ourselves and no other. And 7, we can only make judgments about ourselves. And 8, to make judgments of others, as we cannot lawfully knowingly cause another harm, we must establish the truth. And 9, to establish the truth, we must exhaust all reasonable means available that we know harm caused to be with intent. And 10, this can only be done by laying a claim against a human who knowingly caused the harm. And 11, this can only be done with what is true to you at the time by a witness statement, including your damages claim resulting from the harm, to settle the matter. And 12, allowing the defendant to prove their actions that caused you harm were without intent of harm. So, innocent until proven guilty. And 13, before passing judgment, offer sufficient time for response. And 14, place yourself in their position and treat them as you would wish to be treated yourself. And statements of fact 3 of 11. 15, as no human has authority to take more than they need for the survival, leave that as a minimum, so as not to force them into violence to survive, thereby allowing them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. So basically, I'm going to stop there for this video, otherwise it'll get too long. I hope you now understand why you, like me, like every other human, is equal sovereigns. Nobody is above the law. Nobody has more authority. Nobody has less authority. And each of us are equally the highest law source on this land as an individual. However, when we live in society, we live by contracts. And therefore, the next piece will be on what is a contract and I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll take it from there in the next one.